What's up, y'all? It's Ty. In this video today, we're going to be going over and talking about my squad for the Gauntlet this weekend because there is no champs, which is such a weird situation. I don't know what Cut is doing. Like, why is there no champs? I don't know, but I'm going to be talking about this squad that I have built for this upcoming weekend. Now, I do want to say it's not finalized. My squad is subject to change. And hopefully, if prices do, I don't know if they'll go up, if they'll go down. I have no idea what will happen with the prices. But hopefully, if I want to continue to add players to my squad, I can for not a super crazy price. So that's what we're going to be going over, talking about today. And as we dive into it, if you're new to the channel, make sure you do smash that subscribe button as we're on the road towards 10,000 subscribers. Now, here's the deal. This is the squad I'm using. I'm just kidding. I'm going to go one by one, position by position, plugging in the cards that I am going to be running at each and every position. Let's start off at the quarterback position. I have Tim Tebow, but I'm starting Staubach. Look, I've heard good things about Cam Ward too. Maybe I need to try him out. But to me, every time I've used Staubach, he's been great for me. He's been fantastic. And if it's not broke, don't fix it. If I'm in a goal line situation, sometimes I'll plug in Tim Tebow if I do want to run the football, stuff like that. But Staubach is my number one option at the quarterback position. You guys are going to be surprised. My running back, I'm running Jonathan Taylor. Here's why. I have him. He's free. I don't necessarily see why I need to go and get Judkins. I don't know. I don't know why I need to get, a guy like Ashton Jetty. Like, I don't understand. Yes, I throw the ball a lot, so maybe I do want to receiving back. I get that point of view. But for this price, it's just simply not going to happen. Now, maybe if these guys eventually go down in price, I'll think about adding them. But the market right now is ridiculous. So unless these prices go way down, it's just simply put not going to happen. And even, you guys be like, oh, pick up, at 87 over. It's just not going to happen with these prices. If they go down, maybe I'll add somebody. But until then, it's just not going to happen. Maybe I could add Christian McCaffrey if I am going to throw the ball a lot. I don't know. But Jonathan Taylor, to me, right now, is my RB1. At my wide receiver 1, we've got Tet, the GOAT himself. Yesterday, I did get him for like 1 million coins. I thought it wasn't the worst value. Now he's like 1.4. So thank gosh I got Tet at the right time. The best, in my opinion, wide receiver in the entire game. I mean, great speed, great catching. He'll go up and get it. He has carried me so far through my Gauntlet games that I've played a couple of. Next up, we've got Jimmy Horn Jr., our other wide receiver. The best value wide receiver, I think, in the entire game. I genuinely believe that. When you're looking at the wide receivers, give me Jimmy Horn Jr. for his value over anybody else. Right now, he's like 350,000 coins. But I'm telling you, for that value, it's not bad whatsoever. The card is extremely good. And I would pick him up if I were you guys for this price. He has been so good for me. Great speed. Gets open consistently. I just don't think it gets much better for his value than Jimmy Horn Jr. At my wide receiver 3, this is one of those positions that I do want to upgrade. Right now, I am running Travis Hunter. I don't know how much I like it, but that is the card I'm running right now at my wide receiver 3. He's fine, does get the job done, but I don't know if I love him. Now, the tight end position, I guess my fullback position, I'll cover it first. I'm plugging in Jason Morrow. I don't know. He's fine, but he's just kind of a filler there at the fullback. I've got a lot of good tight ends, and here's where things get difficult. Do I plug in, Amari Neblack? Do I plug in Cooper Flanagan? It's really tough. I don't know who the necessarily better option is here. I think Flanagan probably honestly is slightly better. I don't know. I've got Neblack, but I might sell him, honestly, depending on his price. Because, honestly, I bought him yesterday for 250,000 coins, and I thought it was a decent value when I got him. But I'm just in the process of actually trying to sell this card. So, I guess that's what I'm going to continue to try and do, is sell this card and just run Flanagan. Because I have no problem with Flanagan. I actually think Cooper Flanagan is an absolute beast. And he's been super good for me. So I'm going to put this card up for 283. I bought him for 250. So I guess I'm slightly in the profit there, but barely at that. But if he sells for 283, I mean, I'll take it. I'm not going to complain at all about it. But again, Cooper Flanagan is probably going to be my tight end heading in to the Gauntlet in our future, just because I like the card slightly more. Next, let's plug in our left tackle. Our left tackle, number 1, we're plugging in Jalen Rivers. I got him for free. There's no need to really replace him. Again, offensive line, it matters, but I would not overdo it. Joshua Gray, my left guard, don't necessarily love him, but again, he's fine. Is a guard that can be helpful. Jonah Monheim, 88 overall, one of the best. I think he is the best center in the game. An absolute beast, an absolute stud. Right guard, Quinn Carroll, another card, got him for free. You might as well run him. And at the right tackle position, the best right tackle in the game, Emory Jones Jr. So offensively, this is how I'm going into the gauntlet. Again, could change my wide receiver 3, could change my running back, stuff like that. But pretty comfortable, pretty confident with this lineup. Next to the defense, let's start with the defensive line. Defensive line, another one of those positions I eventually do want to upgrade because right now it's not great. At the right end, I'm plugging in Julius Peppers. Kind of want the 88 Julius Peppers, but I guess this Julius Peppers can work for now at least. He is okay enough to work. Got the good Warren Sapp, or 86 Warren Sapp. I actually got the BND 86. Might as well use him. Don't mind him at all. At the other defensive tackle, we're plugging in Aaron Graves. My Iowa Hawkeye, yes, I'm biased for them, but he has got to play. And then Will Anderson is at my other end. Defensive line, not great. But again, I run a lot of linebackers in my mid-blitz scheme, so it doesn't matter a whole ton. Next to the cornerback positions, cornerback 1, we're plugging in Kobe Bryant. You guys might be like, where is Will Johnson at, Ty? Well, I got rid of him. I sold him. And I'm going to talk about why here in a second. Aiden White is my cornerback 2. I really do like Aiden White. He's been really, really solid for me. Cornerback 3, no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Denzel Burke. For his value, I will hold true that Denzel Burke, for his value, is one of the best corners in the entire game. He's an absolute beast, an absolute stud, and in a short time, he's gotten a few interceptions, stuff like that. He has been extremely good. At my free safety, no surprise here, Malachi Starks. If you're not running Malachi Starks, you're doing something wrong. I mean, he is an absolute beast in this game. At the strong safety position, I still got Kamari Ramsey, and that's who I'm running. I don't even know if I love Kamari Ramsey, but it's who I'm running. Plays really good in zone coverage, stuff like that. So definitely don't mind him there at that strong safety position. At my right outside linebacker, we're plugging in Abdul Carter. Again, I like to run him in that in the middle of my mid-blitz scheme. Really do like him there. At my other outside linebacker, we're plugging in Colin Oliver. I really like Colin Oliver at like the end position, at like the left end position. I think he drops really good into coverage, or really, really well into coverage. Can make plays on the outside, decent in the run as well. Just really solid. Now, my middle linebacker position, I don't even know if I love him. Bradley Chubb, he's fine. I got him as a B&D version, and he's been fine for me. The other one, I plug in Michael Williams. I've got to try to find a way for Michael Williams on the field. It, again, is tough. So a lot of times what I'll do is I'll run like Warren Sapp, Anderson, and then a lot of these linebackers. Like I'll run Williams, Oliver, Chubb, Carter, and then maybe even like a Harold Perkins Jr. Like I run a lot of outside linebackers. So I wouldn't worry too much about my defensive line. But that is how I'm going out into this weekend with. Now, kicker punter situation, it's pretty rough. So if there is a point where especially at the kicker position, where, because I kick some field goals, pretty rare, but sometimes I'll kick a field goal and I don't want to lose a game because of my kicker. So if I can find a way to get a decent kicker for cheap, I'm not against doing that. Now, I don't want to overspend or anything for a kicker, but I'm not against upgrading my kicker position again, especially if I can get one for super cheap. But again, they'd have to be super cheap, and I'm not trying to overspend at that kicker position. I don't mind this guy for 10,000 coins. I think that's a decent value. So maybe I will upgrade my kicker position, but even this card is just slightly better for 14,000. And so it's just kind of a tough situation. Like, what do you get, right? What do you get at the kicker position? I don't know. We might possibly upgrade that, though. Then the other thing I could do is pick up another wide receiver, possibly, or another defensive lineman. At the wide receiver position, I still just think these cards are overpriced. And I think they're overpriced because I think people realize how important it is to have good wide receivers right now in this game. Wide receivers, corners, they are what runs the game right now in College Football Ultimate Team. And that's why you guys are seeing these prices be as high as they are, from Chad Johnson being, you know, what he is, to Jimmy Horn Jr., from Tet being 1.4. Like, all of these cards are expensive, but they are all probably what they should be. And that's, you know, just the realistic part of it. Probably won't pick any of them up. The end position, again, if Kayvon Thibodeau decides to ever get cheaper, I'll pick him up. But until then, I'm pretty confident and comfortable with my squad. So that's what I'm going into the gauntlet with this weekend. You guys can let me know what squad you are running. Is there anybody I should try out? Should I try out Ward at the quarterback position? What about any of the other receivers that you guys have had success with? And do you guys think I can get to 9 wins this weekend? Let me know all of that down below in the comments, guys. Drop a like on the video, subscribe if you are new. As always, man, I love you guys. Have a blessed day.